Hey everybody, this is Adam Winnig and I want to welcome you all to the webinar. Really excited to be here with all of you guys. It looks like we've already got a whole bunch of you guys that are tuned in, so I'm super excited. Welcome everybody. We're going to go ahead and dive right in, so let's just go ahead and get started. In today's presentation, we're going to be talking about the no BS breakthrough method to building your first digital business online. And we're also going to be showing you guys how we've shown now 103 of our students how to earn an extra $3,000 per month in under 30 days. Now, if you've ever been on any of these webinars before, you know that there's a lot of BS. There's a lot of hype that's out there, and you'll find about this webinar, this is not that. This is stuff that is working, that's working right now, that's not only working for me, but worked for a bunch of our students that we've shown this exact method to. And so what our goal really is to just cut through all of the BS that's out there in the online business world and to give you really alarming truths and not some sort of system, but actual skills on today's presentation that will set you free, okay? Now, the reason that we're really doing this is because there's a huge problem out there. 70% of US employees said that they hate their job. 72% of adults in America said that last month they were stressed out about money. And I know as well as anybody what it's like to be stressed out about money. I've been in the worst of financial situations and huge debt, and thankfully I've been able to pull myself out of there, but I know exactly what it's like, and it's no fun, right? So I want to let you guys know if you're in the right spot. This is how you know. This webinar is for you if you're an online entrepreneur who is serious about finally building your dream business and you're tired of all the hype and all of the empty promises that are out there. If you've ever wondered what it takes to earn a consistent, repeatable, predictable income online, this is for you. Also, if you're the type of person who feels like you're working way too hard in your business or for other people and you feel like you're burning yourself out, you're going to really love what you hear here in this presentation. Also, you feel like there's an invisible ceiling on your income. Some of you guys that maybe work in a job or are at a position or in a business where you feel like your income potential is capped, then this webinar is for you. We're going to help you break through that ceiling. So our promise to you is a big one, but I know that we're going to fulfill on it. And our promise is that we're going to show you guys how to build a digital business online that earns an additional $3,000 to $5,000 per month on a consistent basis in under 30 days. Okay, and I know that's a big promise, but stick with us. We're going to get into the nuts and the bolts and the actual skills that you need in order to do that. Now, let me ask you guys a question. What would that do for you? Making an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month, having an additional source of passive income, what would you be doing? I mean, would some of you guys want to work less hours at work? Some of you guys want to leave work altogether? What about traveling with friends and family? Maybe upgrade your lifestyle, maybe upgrade the apartment that you're living in or the car that you drive, or maybe even start other businesses that you're excited about, but you just didn't have the capital to go out there and do that. And this is just some of the things that I think that you guys can do. What would you guys do? Let me know in the comments here. What would you guys be doing? If you're making an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month, what would you guys be doing? All right, guys. Well, when you stay to the end of this presentation, here is what I'm going to do for you guys. I'm going to do something pretty crazy, but I'm going to give you guys our exact website template that we've used to generate over $1 million in revenue in the past 365 days. So when you stay till the end, I'm going to be showing you guys the ins and the outs of how to actually build this. And then I'm actually just going to give it away to you guys for free, which is going to be super cool. You'll be able to click a link at the end of this presentation. It'll download into your account and you'll be able to start using it. This is something that's worked in a whole bunch of different niches, everything from selling information products to network marketing to high-end water filters to cars to helping dentists and a whole bunch of different businesses. And I'm going to give you guys this exact template. How many of you guys are excited about that? How many of you guys like that idea of me just being able to give this away to you for free, just for staying till the end of the webinar? Cool. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. My name is Adam Winnig, and you can see this picture is me over here to the left. I've been finding unique ways for the past 6 years of my life that I could earn income from home and earn income online. That way I wouldn't have to be balled down to a desk for my life, and I could live a life of freedom, which is what we all really want, right? And this is my business partner, Mike Metzger, over here to the right, who has like a complete rags to riches story. He went from broke, being a bartender, living in an apartment that cost him $150 a month, to barely getting by, to growing an online business where he had over 30,000 customers. And this is him speaking on stage in front of a huge group about exactly how he did that. So I want to tell you guys just a little bit of my story so that we can understand who I am, where I'm coming from, and why you should listen to me here today. So here's my story. When I was 18 years old, I graduated from high school, and my dad gave me this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. You guys have probably heard of this book, right? And this book changed my life. It got me from thinking like an employee to start thinking like an entrepreneur. And so I started trying all these different businesses. I mean, I was a car detailing business and network marketing. I've tried selling so many different things. And you'll kind of hear a little bit about that. And I went down this long, arduous struggle to become a successful entrepreneur. And at one point, I did really well, and I've had some businesses that have done extremely well, but also I've had some points where things got really tight, and a point where I got myself into a situation where I was $50,000 in debt, and I was living off my credit cards. I had no source of income, so I know what it feels like to be stressed out or to be stuck with money. There's nothing worse than that. Now, I decided at that low point in my life to really stretch and invest a little bit more money into figuring out how I could start earning income online. I saw that there was millions and millions of people that were doing it. I saw that the internet was exploding and there's all this opportunity. And so what I did was I started learning how to create these little websites. And so we started creating these little websites, and some of them were maybe making like $500 a month, and some of them were making like $1,000 a month, and then some of them were making like $1,000 a week, and some of them are even making a little over $1,000 every single day. And it was cool, and we were making a whole bunch of money. I got to travel all around the world. I've been to every continent, and it's been awesome. And really what I was doing was, when this was happening, all my friends were asking me at the time like how I was doing this. And probably for about like 6 months, I didn't tell anybody, because I was like, I did this because I want to make it all for myself. And like, I don't want to like spend time teaching this to people. But people kept bugging me about it, and that's when I really realized that this information that you're going to learn tonight was really, really valuable. And the reason I'm doing this is because I understand that this really, really can help people get free. So let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys have tried to make money from home before and you failed? I know I have plenty of times. And how many of you guys thought about being your own boss or working online, but you just didn't know where to start? That was definitely me too at one point, okay? So now what makes this presentation different today, guys, is that most people, they want to sell you some sort of a system instead of selling you the actual skills that you need. You don't need some magic push button system. There's nothing that's out there like that. What you really need is you need skills that you can bring to the marketplace, and that's what's actually going to allow you to start creating income online. That's what we're going to be talking about here in the presentation. Now, also, we're going to be teaching you guys how to make an extra $3,000 to $5,000 per month. We're not going to be promising you that you can make $1 million. Well, with this information, you could, but really, if you're new, then it's really highly unlikely. I know a lot of these guys, they sell that, and a lot of people buy into that, but that's not what we're here to show you guys. We want to show you a realistic game plan that you can make an extra $3,000 to $5,000 per month, and I know that would dramatically change most people's lives. We're going to be short. We're going to be to the point. We're going to be having some fun. It's going to be purely educational, and we'll be about 40 minutes in total, maybe a little bit less. And at the end of it, if you guys would like some additional mentorship, we're going to open up an opportunity for you. And this is not for everybody. This is for rock stars only. So if you feel like you're a rock star, then you'll like this here at the end. Now, why we're talking about the internet? Well, you guys probably realize that there's more opportunity on the internet than ever before. Amazon has just surpassed Walmart as the #1 retailer in the world. As you can see over here on the screen, it's just continued to climb while Walmart's kind of flattening off. And the reason being is, you tell me, who do you think has more overhead? a physical location or an online website? Obviously the physical location, Walmart. So, and plus Amazon, there's a wider variety of products, and they can just, they can drive the prices down even lower because they don't have to pay all these employees. They don't have to have all these buildings. So it just makes sense. And you guys understand, you're not dumb. Everything is moving online. And really, there is just tons and tons of opportunity on the internet. And actually, because of the boom that's happening right now, it's literally hockey sticking right now, more millionaires will be made in the next 12 months than ever before in the history of the world, especially with some of the stuff that we're going to talk about in this exact presentation. Now, what are your chances of actually becoming a millionaire? Now, if you take a look at this little infographic here, you can see that 20% of people that become millionaires become it through stock and Forex investing. 15% become millionaires through real estate, 15% are highly paid executives, and 50% of millionaires are online business owners. So if you've ever wanted to become a millionaire, the chances are you probably want to stay tuned to this exact web class where we're talking about having success in an online type of business. And I want to show you guys that this actually works. I'm not just one of those gurus that sings his own praise. These are some of our students that have learned this exact information, that have implemented it. And yes, they've worked hard, but they've gotten some phenomenal results. Up here at the top left, this is Andrew James. He had tried to make money online. He bought into a bunch of those systems and different stuff, and none of it really worked. I mean, he ended up like $15,000 in credit card debt. He had like $10,000 in student loan debt. Was struggling, and we taught him these skills that you guys are about to learn. In his very first month, he did $14,000. This is Luke. He's brilliant. He's been successful in several other businesses prior, but had never really done much online. We taught him these skills. He implemented it. In his first week, he did $21,000. This is Mike over here to the right that you heard about. And he has a crazy rags to riches story. He was broke. He was living in a tiny little like closet, basically. Got a hold of this information. He's regularly doing over $15,000 every single month. Harrison, I knew that if I could teach Harrison this stuff, then anybody would be able to do it. He had no tech experience. He's a fisherman. All he wanted to be able to do was to be able to spend more time in the ocean fishing. And he was able to turn $50 in Facebook ads into $4,000 in his very first week. And he now has a business that's regularly set up and paying him about $10,000 a month. He's told me, I don't need globs and globs of money. I just want a six-figure income that can give me a life that I have more freedom so I could fish more. This is Chris here in the bottom middle. He is actually a professional soccer player. He's also a successful network marketer. Hadn't done much online. We taught him these skills. And in his very first month, he did $24,000. Over here to the right, this is Steven and his girlfriend. He was doing some consulting and some different stuff. He had a little business that he was selling some information products. And we taught him some of the stuff that you guys are going to learn here today. And he had his very first 5-figure month, and he's loving it. So these results are not typical. Now, we're going to walk you through the exact method, the exact skills that we're using to get great results. But I want you guys to please understand, here's my disclaimer, that these results are from students that have done very, very well, that have implemented this information. Guys, if you just take away this information, you don't apply it, you're not going to go anywhere. The power is in applying the information, okay? So what you're about to discover here is 3 skills that make this all work. And the first skill is I'm going to show you guys how to set up these simple websites that'll pay you anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 per month. And you can do this even if you're not tech savvy. I was the high school athlete. I never thought of myself as somebody that's good with computers. I still don't think I'm good with computers. And if I can do this, I promise you guys can do it. And actually what we're going to do is I'm actually going to create a website that has proven this. I'm going to create a website for you guys right on this webinar in literally 5 minutes that has done well over $1,000 a day for us for quite some time. And I'm going to show you that. And actually, I'm going to give it away to you guys. So I'll do that at the end of the webinar. The second thing that we're going to teach you is how to profit from the hottest trends that are happening right now on the internet, even if you don't have a product to sell. And the third thing is I'm going to show you guys how to leverage simple Facebook ads to create a monthly recurring income. And I'll tell you, most people think this is challenging, but it's actually a lot easier than you think. So you guys ready? If you guys are ready, let me know, and we will continue right now, okay? So skill number 1, how to set up simple websites that pay you $1,000 to $5,000 per month, even if you're not tech savvy. Now, when most people get started online, they think that they need to have some sort of fancy website in order to make money. And I've really found that couldn't be further from the truth. But if you were to do this, and most people fall into this, is what would you need to do? You'd need to go out there and you need to find some sort of a web developer, and they're going to charge you anywhere from usually like $1,000 to $20,000 to build a website. And you're really guessing if that website is going to make you money, if it's going to sell your product. You really don't know. And the worst part is you go through all this time, you spend all this time, you spend all this money, and it doesn't work. You have no control over it. A lot of the times you have no idea how to change things or how to adjust things or how to optimize things. And it's really kind of like a waste. And like, what if it doesn't work, right? You could, waste thousands and thousands of dollars on websites and wait weeks or if not even months to get this all built up. And if it doesn't work, well, what do? You could either start over, or what most people do is they end up giving up, okay? Now, let me ask you guys a question. Which method would you prefer? Would you prefer to spend a ton of money and look like a badass and have some sort of pretty website? Or would you rather have something that's simple that actually makes you money and you wouldn't have to spend as much money? B, right? It's a no-brainer. And here's the idea, right? Having some sort of sexy type of website or having something that's unsexy, that's simple, that makes you money. And what I've found in doing this for a little while now is that these unsexy, simple websites actually work and bring a lot more money to the table. And we're going to build this in just a second. Okay, now I call this the $1 million website template. This is something that has not only made $1 million for us in the last year, but I'm a part of this inner circle group, all of online marketers. These are all people that have different businesses, from everything from coaching to dental practices to a whole bunch of different businesses. And I'd say 90% of the people use this exact 2-page website template. And this is what has been responsible for them to become a millionaire. So how many of you guys would like to see this? Would you like to see this? Would you like me to reveal this to you? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and, all right, right on. Cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to explain this to you. It's really, really simple. Here it is. It's 2 web pages. The first web page and the second web page. Okay, the first web page, all it's designed to do is to collect somebody's email. Okay, and in return for their email, you're going to deliver them some sort of information, some sort of like a video, okay, that's going to help them out, okay? And the reason why you want to collect their email address, and this is why most websites fail, because they never do this. If you collect their email address, you'll be able to follow up with them by sending them emails that'll eventually get them to buy your product. Now, the thing is that 85% of sales happen between the 5th and the 12th contact. So if people are just show up on your random website and you never get the email address, you're never going to hear from them again, and it's never going to put any money into your pocket. Okay, and once they put it in, they come to a second page which has a video, and I call this the old help and sell, where basically you're going to show them some sort of video that's going to help them out. And then at the end, it's going to sell them and get them to buy your product to get more help, okay? So you could do this in any niche. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to show you guys how to do this right now. So would you guys like for me to build this for you in under 5 minutes? How many of you guys would want to see me build this in 5 minutes? That'd be awesome, right? And how many of you guys would like it if I actually gave it to you when I'm done? So that way you could use it for your business, or you could use it to sell whatever product that you really want. That'd be cool? All right, cool. So we're going to put up a timer, and I'm going to try to do this in under 5 minutes. Okay, back in the day, right, it could cost thousands and thousands of dollars. You would need some sort of programmer. I'm going to do it in under 5 minutes, and then I'm going to give it to you at the end of this webinar. Okay, so here we go. So there is this amazing program called ClickFunnels that allows you to build websites very, very quickly, okay? And all this is, this website, this simple website, this is called a sales funnel, okay? Anything that's designed to like get people to take a specific action and doesn't have like a whole bunch of tabs, anything like that, then that's a sales funnel, okay? So here's ClickFunnels. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add a new funnel, okay? And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose to collect emails, and I'm going to call this one demo funnel. And I'm just going to build the funnel. So you click this button, and it's magically creating in the background. And here we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to see these two pages, right? The first page and the second page, just like I showed you. And you can even click here and you can sort by the top converting pages. And this happens to be one of the top ones. So we're just going to select this template. I like this template. I think it looks cool. We're just going to use that one right there. And then for the second page, the thank you page, we're just going to go in and we're going to select another template. And let's check this out. And I like this one. There's a whole bunch of different ones. I like this one. So we're going to click it and create the page. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in and edit it. And what I've decided to do is to do this for like a chiropractor. Okay. And I want you to understand that it doesn't need to be a chiropractor. It could be a network marketing product. It could be your own product. It could be literally anything in the world. But the whole idea is on this first page is to give them some sort of education. I think of marketing as just like education, like educate the customer. And once they become educated enough, they'll realize that they need your product and they should buy it. So let me show you how I do this for like a chiropractor. Okay. So I would do something like this. Free video reveals ... the top 5 ways to eliminate back pain and start feeling young again. You see that? You just basically type things in. You can move it around. It's very, very easy. Let's say you want to make this smaller. You just hit on this gear and say, okay, I want to make it smaller. Okay, that looks good. Then let's say that you want to make this text bigger. You just click here and you can make it bigger like this. That looks good. Cool. Enter your details to get started. And we're just going to click on this button. Let's change this to say, send me the video now. Okay, so basically people are going to opt in because they've got back pain and they want to know how they can get rid of their back pain. Okay, and let's say that we want a different background. I'm just going to go into settings and click background. And I'm going to choose a background. And I see this one of a chiropractic table. And it's got this spine over here to the side. And voila, look at this. Literally in a matter of minutes, we have this beautiful looking page, which people are going to opt in for. So again, a restaurant, what could it be for a restaurant? It could be, enter your email to get free chips and guac, or for one free drink coupon, or to get a free teeth cleaning if you're a dentist, or if it's a personal development product, the top 5 ways to gain confidence, whatever it is. Okay. Is this making sense, by the way, what I'm doing here, guys? Is this pretty cool or what? Right on. Okay, so now we're going to create the thank you page here, and we're just going to go in and we're going to edit it. And I'm just going to do this really, really quick for you guys. And we're going to say the top 5 ways to eliminate back pain. And let's say we want to make this smaller. Boom, we're going to click here. Just make it smaller. Let's see. Boom, do that. Boom, do that. You can just delete it. You can click on this plus button. Let's say we want to add like a video. Boom, we're going to add a video. Voila. There it is. Let's say we want to delete this button here. Boom. And let's say we want to delete this whole thing. Boom, do that. Say we want to add like a call to action. What we could do is we could just duplicate this and we can drag and drop it. Boom. How cool is that? And at the bottom, we're going to say schedule your adjustment now. Let's say that, the chiropractor is doing adjustments, and put the phone number 555-555-555. Okay, and all this video would be is a video saying here's the top 5 ways to eliminate back pain, and what you really need is you need to get an adjustment. So if you want to get an adjustment at a discounted rate, then just call this number, schedule it right now. Voila. And we're gonna go and we're gonna click this and boom, boom, and look at how pretty that is. Voila, there you go. We have it. This beautiful page. It's all designed, and we did that in literally like no time flat. Back in the day, this would take forever. And again, guys, whatever your product or service, I'm telling you, this little template will work for it. And man, we've done this in so many different niches, just basically having people given their email address for some sort of information. We help them by teaching them some cool stuff, and then we sell them. So that is that, and we're going to get back to it. And also make sure that you stay to the end, because I'm actually going to give you that template. What's going to happen is you can click a button at the end. It'll download into your account. You can use that. You can just change the headline for whatever your business or product is, change the background, and voila, there you go. Okay? So some of you guys might be thinking at this point, you might be thinking, well, Adam, that's great, but I get it. The website, ClickFunnels is cool. Like, I understand that concept, but I don't have anything to sell. So that's where we're going to talk about skill number 2, which is how to profit from the hottest trends on the internet, even if you don't have a product to sell right now. Now, most people think that they need to go out there and create their own product. They need to create some course, or they need to create some supplement or something like that. And I thought so too. And I went down this long journey of trying to create my own product. I remember we created like this personal development product, which was like this brain reprogramming CD. And we hired this guy to do this voiceover and all this stuff. And man, it was a pain. It took like a super long time. And then I remember this was when I first got started. We were going to create a supplement, and we wanted to create like a green drink, but like in a pill form, because we liked taking the green drink, but we wanted to make it in a pill, so it was like easier to take. And it was going to cost us like $6,000 or $10,000 or something crazy. And that was before we knew if it was even going to sell. And the problem is that most people, they don't even know what they're good at, or how they can create a product, or what they should create a product around. And what happens if you go through all this time and effort in creating a product, and then you just do it wrong? Like, you come up with the idea, and what happens if the market doesn't take to it? What if the market just rejects it? They don't buy it. Then you would waste tons and tons of time and money, and you might as well put your money in a circle and light it on fire and use it as fuel, because that's pretty much what you'd be doing. And what if your product that you spend all this time, put all this passion into, ends up in the dollar store as a dud? Did you guys know that there's so many products that people spend their life creating these beautiful products, and the market never takes to it, and the dollar store ends up buying it for like 12 cents and they sell it for $1? So that happens to a lot of people, unfortunately. So it's much, much easier to ride the wave than it is to create the wave. Does that make sense? Creating a wave is like a godlike activity, versus riding a wave. Humans can ride waves, right? People can surf, and it's just much easier. Okay? So let me ask you a question. Would you rather spend time, money, effort creating something that hopefully sells, or would you rather just like latch on to a trend that's already succeeding and ride that? It's a no-brainer. So let me show you guys how you can latch on to hot trends that are already happening right now. For example, people are happy to pay you to sell their products. A lot of people, they'll go through the product process of creating the whole product and everything like that. And if you can just sell that, people will pay you a lot of money. So you could do it for traditional businesses, like we just saw an example of, like a chiropractor, or like a dentist, or like a plumber, or like a restaurant. And a lot of these traditional businesses will pay you anywhere from like $1,000 to $5,000 per month just to come in there and build a little simple funnel like we did, and to be able to generate leads for the business. Because what does every business need? It needs more leads. It needs more customers. And if you can help them do that, they're going to pay you a lot of money. Okay? Now, also, there's other stuff that you can latch onto, is like info-based products or online courses. And there's this website called ClickBank that literally has an entire library of different products. And this is one of the first things that I did, actually, is I sold this law of attraction product that I think was called like Manifesting Secrets, and I made like $37 selling it or something like that. And we drive ads to it. I spent like $25. I made like $37. I think that was the first thing I ever sold online. But anyways, you can look in here, and there's a whole bunch of products that people have already created that are already selling. Like, for example, this is a diabetes product. For when you sell it, you make $35. This is like a lean belly breakthrough. You make $38. This is a 3-week diet. You make $30. So this is just another thing that you can do, a trend that's already happening. You don't have to go out there and create the products. You just have to do the marketing aspect of it. Even physical products. This is a Kangen water machine. It's a $4,000 water machine. We've sold tons and tons and tons of these using these exact skills. You can, and we didn't have to create this product. It's an amazing product. We didn't have to create it though, and they paid us, half of the sales, so almost like $2,000 per unit that we sold. This is, you could sell supplements. You could sell even cars. Like we're now I've just got into a business. We just started selling cars like Mercedes-Benz and Hondas for people. So there's a whole bunch of other companies that they'll pay you money just to market and sell their products online. You don't have to go through the trouble of creating it, right? Network marketing also, perfect example. There's tons and tons of network marketing companies. This is built off that premise, but instead of bugging your friends and family members like I did this for like 3 years of my life, and it was successful, but I just got burnt out on bugging my friends and family. And so once we learned these skills that we're teaching in this webinar, we put together a simple sales funnel. We found a hot product that was selling, and then we started driving traffic to it. I became one of the top earners in our company, and I didn't really talk to anybody or do any meetings, so it was super, super cool. Now, the reason why this is good for you, like latching onto trends and selling other people's products, the reason why this is good is because you'll be able to create success faster by not having to do the market research or the product development or the testing, the logistics, the merchant accounts, the support, the bookkeeping, none of that stuff. Plus, if you have a job, it'll allow you to maintain your present work or business and just to have supplemental income. And plus, you can enjoy the luxury of being your own boss and working on your own time. With a laptop and Wi-Fi, you can pretty much work anywhere around the world. So I want you guys to imagine something for a second. Like imagine when you catch on to this concept and you're able to test the waters with multiple products, and you can start small while you learn the ropes, and imagine just being able to prove to yourself once and for all that you can really earn your first dollars online. And when you get this, when you're able to build these little websites and you found products that are happening, then this will start to happen. This was really cool. I'll never forget it. Me and a friend of mine, we were out in Austin, Texas, and we had set up a sales funnel for a couple different products that we were selling. One was a high-ticket direct sales company. One was this other info-based product that we were selling. And I'll never forget it. I get back to my house, and I live in this little townhome, and I go out to get the mail, and the mailbox is like chocked full of these checks. And our Stripe account had been ringing the whole time we were there also. And in a matter of 5 days, we'd made $20,000. Can you guys imagine that for yourself? I mean, what would that do for you? That would probably make a huge change in your situation, making $20,000 in 5 days, right? So let's continue here, guys. Okay, so we've got to this point. Like, you understand, skill 1 is like building these little websites. Skill 2 is finding products that are hot and selling right now. Then the last part is like, how do you get visitors to your website to see your product, to see your offer? And that's what skill number 3 is all about, is how to leverage simple Facebook ads to create a monthly recurring income that pays you over and over and over again. And this one, a lot of people get like hung up on this, but this one's actually a lot easier than you might think. And I want to show you how to do that right now. Now, most people think that advertising is hard, and they think that they need thousands and thousands of followers. Like, how many of you guys have seen this guy? Right? Ty Lopez with the Lamborghinis all over the internet. And he's on Snapchat 24/7 and posting on Facebook and Instagram nonstop. And he's got thousands and thousands of followers. Or what about the girls? You guys have seen them, I know for a fact. You've seen the girls that, they start taking off their clothes and looking sexy so they can sell protein. Well, I've got some good news for you guys. You don't have to take off your clothes, and you don't have to be posting nonstop to get visitors to your website. And the problem is like, most people think that it's expensive to advertise, and most people just like have no idea. They tell me like, Adam, I wouldn't have the first idea where to start, or they don't have like really a good grasp on how to do it effectively. And what if you do it wrong? Like, what if you go out there and you build a brand and you start building a following? I'm telling you, I've tried to do that, and it's just hard work, and you have to do it over and over and over again every single day. And you got to build a relationship with the fans and all this stuff. It kind of just sucks. Now, if you do go out there and you do paid advertising, then what if you just burn through all your cash like quickly because you don't know how to properly track your results? And what you'd really be missing out on is the predictability and the guaranteed return. What if you could get a guaranteed return? Meaning that you could stick $1 in advertising out and get $2 back out. How many of you guys would like to be able to do that with your website, with your business? Spend $1 in advertising, get $2 out. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Now, the old way, right, to advertise is things like TV ads and billboards and newspapers and magazines, but nobody responds to those anymore. So I want to show you guys and introduce you to the new way of advertising, which is on Facebook and on Instagram. I mean, over 1 billion people sign in to Facebook every single day. And the beautiful thing about Facebook, is it allows you to target your exact perfect customer, allows you to track your results down to a T, and to start with as little as $5 a day. And it's really, Facebook ads are really a lot easier than you might think. So let me show you how to do it. There's really only 2 questions that you need to be able to answer. Is you need to know, number 1, who is your ideal customer? And number 2, where are they hanging out on the internet? So let's say that our ideal customer is Jared. He's a male, he's 25 to 54, he speaks English, and he's interested in Entrepreneur Magazine. I know that this guy's, number 1, this is my customer, and I know probably where he's hanging out. I was on Facebook. And so what I can do is I can go into Facebook and click Create Ad. I can say that I want to target 25 to 54-year-olds, men that are interested in entrepreneurship that are in the United States, and boom, it'll pump out 350,000 to 400,000 monthly active users that are my exact customer that's highly likely to buy my product. Okay, and you can do that for anything, no matter what you're selling. Like if you're selling weight loss, you can do it for 35 to 55-year-old women, right? And it'll pump that out for you. So the whole idea here, guys, is if you could spend $1, somebody comes to your website or to your funnel and they buy your product and you make $2 out, what would you do? You'd probably go out and spend $100, right? You spend $100, you're gonna make $200. And what would you do then? You'd probably spend $1,000, and what would happen? You'd make $2,000, and what would happen then? You'd probably spend $10,000, you make $20,000. And I know this sounds hypey, but this is like the reality of the beauty of being able to do this online marketing, be able to drive Facebook ads to your website. And when you get it to work properly, it should happen like this beautifully. So let me show you just a little example of when you've mastered this, where you've got the simple website, you know how to get people to the website and they buy in your product. This is what's going to start happening for you guys. You can literally start almost like printing money on demand. So for example, this is a campaign that we ran where we were getting leads, meaning people were putting in their emails for $1, and we had spent $352 in this campaign, and we had turned it into about $12,000 in a single week, all because we had learned these skills that we're talking about on this web class. Okay, now what you'll be able to do is when you learn all this and you've really mastered it, what you'll be able to do is invest $1 in advertising and take out $2 in profit. Okay, and also when you learn this is you'll have a skill that literally all businesses need and they want. Like there's a huge demand for this right now. 42% of marketers report that Facebook is critical to their business's success. And I want you to just like take a look at my student Harrison, for example. I mentioned him earlier. I knew that if I could teach this guy to do it, then anybody could do it. And all he wanted to do is he wanted to be able to fish, not a tech guy whatsoever. And he's still pretty slow on the computer, not gonna lie. But I knew if I could teach him, then anybody could do it. And in his very first week, he was able to turn $50 in Facebook ads into $4,000 in his very first week. And I mean, that just blew me away when he was able to do that. Like that is incredible. And I'm not promising you that by any means, but I just want to show you guys what's actually possible. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Did I keep my promise? Remember, I promised to show you guys a no BS method that's working right now, not only for me, for a lot of our students, to earning a $3,000 to $5,000 per month income in under 30 days. Okay. And remember, I promised you a few things. Like here's the recap. I promised to show you guys a few skills. Number 1, I promised to show you guys how to set up simple websites that pay you anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 per month, even if you're not tech savvy. You guys saw me do it live. Like it's really that simple. And actually, I'm giving you that website in just a second here, that exact website template. And the second skill, we talked about after you have the website, you need to be able to find and profit from the hottest trends on the internet, even if you don't have a product to sell. And we talked about there's a whole bunch of different things that you can do if you don't have a product yet to sell. There's, you can help traditional businesses. There's info businesses. There's, network marketing. There's a whole bunch of different stuff that you can latch on to trends that are already happening. And then the third skill is how to leverage simple Facebook ads to create monthly recurring income, where you can spend $1 in advertising and pull $2 out. Now, I also promised you guys an opportunity at the beginning to get additional mentorship or to get additional help. So let me ask you a question, and I want your permission. Is it okay with you guys if I talk really quickly about additional ways that you guys could get some help implementing that. If that's okay, then I want to hear it from you guys over here in the question box. Let me know that that's okay, that I go into this and I give you some help implementing. Okay, John, Jared, Alex, Susan. Okay, a bunch of you guys. All right, okay. Give it to me now. All right, okay. Okay, guys, so I want to talk to you a little bit about this really quickly. I want to ask you a question. Like, what if 90% of this was done for you by 6, 7, and 8-figure marketers? That'd be pretty amazing, right? And this is really only for people that would like to speed up the results. And this is only for rock stars that we're going to invite into our little inner circle, okay? And here's the deal. If we decide that it's a good fit and that it would work out for you guys, that it would work out for us, then here's kind of the game plan. In the first week, what we do is walk you through a process of finding your market and selecting a product or a service that's hot that you can start selling. The second week is we're actually going to walk you through building your own sales funnel. And for our students that become part of the inner circle, we're actually going to give you our done for you templates. So you're going to get access to a whole bunch of different templates that work in a bunch of different markets. And then the third week, what we're going to do is we're actually going to get your ads up so that way you can start generating your first leads and making your first sales online. And then the fourth week, what we're going to do is we're going to optimize that and analyze the data so that we can improve the sales conversions and continue to make everything better. So that's just kind of the basic outline. Plus, you're going to be part of an amazing group of high-level internet entrepreneurs that are totally rocking the house. Now, here's the risk that you run. Like, sure, you guys could take the information that we talked about on this webinar and you could go out there and try to do it for yourself, but you risk a lot. Like, you risk, what if you use the wrong tools? Or what if you promote a product that's not hot? Or what if you burn all your money in Facebook ads because you don't really know what you're doing? You don't know how to do retargeting. You don't know how to use a Facebook pixel. You don't know how to do some of this stuff. Really what you risk is you risk using a lot of your time and a lot of your money trying to figure this out by yourself. Now, what we want to ask you guys is, like, do you have what it takes? Like, we're looking for rock stars. We're looking for people that are kick-ass, that are ready to take things to the next level. And you're going to be around people like this that have got access to this information, to this inner circle, that are totally rocking it. Now, we are looking for rock stars, like we just said. Don't even bother applying for this unless you're a future superstar and you can prove this to us. You'll just be wasting your own time and you'll be wasting our time as well. So please don't do that. Now, the deal is we can't really help everybody. What we do each week is we make 20 spots available where basically you're going to talk with either me or Mike or one of our other coaches. And I'll tell you that we always fill up. Obviously, there's a huge demand for this. So please don't waste our time, your time, or anybody else that has the opportunity that's seeing this webinar this week. Now, let me tell you like who this is for exactly. This is for people that are highly ambitious, people that are coachable, people that are willing to do whatever it takes, and they have that mentality that they're going to do whatever it takes. And this is only for people that understand that they need to have some skin in the game, and they understand that they need to invest into themselves, okay? Now, if that's you, you're like, yes, I'm ready to take things to the next level. I'd like to shortcut. I'd like to be able to work with you, Adam, and your inner circle. And I'd like to be able to get access to your Facebook ads and your sales funnels and to the hottest products that you guys are selling right now. Then here's the game plan. We'll talk for roughly about 45 minutes. And what we're going to do is we're going to map out an exact action plan for you to follow. So that way you can start earning an additional $3K to $5K per month within the next 30 days. And if we feel like you're a good fit, then we'll invite you to be a part of our inner circle, okay? Where you're gonna get access to everything that we were just talking about, okay? So if you feel like this is for you, then here's what you need to go ahead and do right now. What you need to do right now is you need to click the button below. You should see a little button that popped up at the bottom of the screen. You click that, and when you click that, you're gonna be able to schedule a breakthrough call with either myself or one of our other coaches that we have on staff. And here's what it's going to look like. So if you feel like that's me, like I'd like a game plan to get to $3,000 to $5,000 a month in the next 30 days. I'd like your help, Adam. I'd like to be a part of your inner circle. Then click the button below right now. And when you do that, here's what's going to happen. You're going to pop over to a page that looks something like this. It may look a little bit different, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to select a time to schedule a call where we're going to speak for about 45 to 60 minutes here to map out a game plan. So basically all you do is you click whatever time zone you're in, boom, you whack it, and then you go here and you pick a date and you go boom, and if there's times available, then select a time that works best for you. Click next, and after you do that, all you're going to do is you're going to put in your name, email, and phone number, and as soon as you've done that, you just click this done button right here, okay? Really, really simple. Just follow the steps that are on the screen. Now, as soon as you submit this, what you're going to do is you're going to come to a second page, and this is extremely important because if you don't complete this form after, then your call won't happen. So you'll see this form that comes up down here, and it's just going to be a couple questions about who you are, what it is that you're looking to accomplish. If you have a business already, if you don't, just be as honest as possible in this form and make sure that you fill it out, because if you don't, then we're not going to be giving you a call. Okay, so make sure that you go ahead and do that. All right, let's go back here to the presentation. Now, at this point, you've really got two options, okay? Here's what you can do. You can do nothing, number one, which a lot of people unfortunately do. But if you want to get a different result in your life, you got to do something, and you got to do something different. Or what you could do is you could go at it alone and spend tens of thousands of dollars trying to figure this stuff out, like a lot of people do, and just get frustrated. And most people waste like 3 to 10 years of their life trying to figure this out all by themselves, simply because they don't have the correct mentorship. The reason why mentorship is so important is because somebody else has already gotten the results, and you can just follow the results that they've gotten, okay? Or you could do option 2, which is you could decide to learn from people who have not only done it, but people that have actually mastered it and gotten results for other people time and time again. And this is what the smart people obviously do, is take the shortcut to success, okay? So if that's you, then here's what you need to do again, is you need to go ahead and click the button below. And when you do that, you're going to be able to schedule a call with us. And you're also going to fill out a quick little survey about who you are and what you have going on and what you want to accomplish. Okay. So also, we talked about this free website, the website that was responsible for doing over $1 million in sales for us in just the past 365 days. This funnel that we showed you, that we built for you live within 5 minutes. So you can actually get that right now for free. So what you can do is just go to bit.ly/myfreefunnel. And when you do that, you're going to have this funnel download right into your ClickFunnels account. You get a 14-day free trial. And this is like the essentials. Like if you want to make money online, you want to grow a business online, instead of having all these different softwares, this will just all do it in one. It's super simple to use. It's a lot of fun. And you can go ahead and you can get that right now. bit.ly/myfreefunnel. Okay, so normally at this point in the presentation, what we do is we open up for questions and answers. But because we are allowing you guys to talk with us on the phone, that's the place that you can get your questions answered. Okay, so if you're the type of person that's saying, hey, I like this, I need some guidance, I need some help, then go ahead, click the button below. We'll talk to you, see if it's a good fit. And if it is, we're going to be excited to welcome you to our inner circle and work with you and get you up in the next 30 days here to around $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Okay? Hope everybody enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys soon.